Hello, it's a chilly grey November day. Behind me, Barking Station, C2C and Underground. Whether you're a regular or infrequent user of that station, you may have noticed that it's seen, how can I put this politely, it's seen better days. It's in need of a lick of paint, and that's exactly what it's getting. With money from the Railway Heritage Fund and the DfT, a £6 million investment is taking place right now to bring Barking Station up to date. I'm going for a tour around with C2C's asset manager Ben to show me and explain to me what's going on at Barking Station. The obvious thing is that the old gate line must be here.
The old gate line is there.
We're going to move the gate line and
across.
have a new gate line. What else?
We're basically refurbishing the entire ticket office.
So there's a brand new ticket office here.
Brand new ticket office going in there, obviously,
okay.
And secure, safe lobbies. And most importantly for me is the heart of the station is going to be all of the electrical rooms and obviously the CER and the UPS rooms. That's going to fundamentally transform what has previously been at this station.
Retail units that side, retail units this side. And this is the way in and out here? No, sorry.
Way in and out here. So basically you can come straight through the doors, straight through the gate line, straight out. So if you're going on to the Barking Riverside extension, it's very easy to cut straight through and go onto platform 7 and 8. Equally for the C2C and the district line services, again, very clear line of sight.
You're going to have this all done by March?
It's a lot of work. It's all got to be done by March.
I don't think Barking knows what's going to hit it. This is great.
Hopefully it'll be a positive impact.
I think so, yeah. All right, can we go and have a look?
Let's go and have a look.
Let's go and have a look.
So one of the key improvements we're making at the station is to refurbish the whole facade of the station. So it is a listed grade 2 facade. One of the things we have to do as part and parcel of that is make sure we work with the local authority, get the approvals so we can start. Subject to those approval, the whole facade on all 4 elevations will be replaced by the end of January, which will be great. So the station clock, don't be worried, it is coming back. We've taken it down, we're having it fully refurbished, and hopefully in January, maybe February, the station clock will be back pride of place at the front of the station. So behind the hoarding, we're now going to show you the main works that have already occurred at the station to find out what is hidden behind it. Some great opportunities to show some of the heritage, but again, more importantly, we can start to show people what they're going to get once the station begins to reopen.
You've already started building the new gate line?
We've already started to build the new gate line. Cubic were in last week installing the new gate line, so electrically it's now energised.
Yes.
We've just got to get the data connections.
You know what I'm going to do, don't you? You're saying that I can be the first person to touch in on the new...
It's not going to work.
No, but... I know it...
And someone will go, well, they're all open.
Could you all make the beep noise for me? As I go through, if you all go beep, right? All right, ready? Which one? This one? Here we go, and... Thanks. They all went beep.
As you go through the gate line, you're going to be greeted by the transition area going in, literally that's platform 5 and 6 in front of us, to the left is platform 7 and 8. And if by any chance you're coming off the network and you don't have a ticket, you will be greeted also by a new excess fare window. So basically those people who have managed to get onto the route and not have a ticket, there'll be a way of actually buying that ticket before they then exit the barriers going forward. Back of house areas, so you've got to use your imagination now. This is going to be me sat at the window selling tickets. I can then turn to the excess fare window for people then going through. Transitioning then through the back of the station, we're going to have a new kitchen in here, new toilet here, and an accessible toilet at the back here, with then a fire door here leading out into the paid side.
I'm going to ask you a strange question, Ben. I'm always amused. There's commuters, passengers outside walking past right now that are like oblivious to this happening. But you've told the staff it's happening, right?
The staff do know it's happening, which is a really...
Are they excited that they're getting new facilities? And
they will be when it's done. I think there's always a real challenge here, and the staff here have been fantastic through this process.
I'm imagining also the staff turning up one day in March and going, what's this? This is new? Well, you've warned them. Okay,
we've warned them, which is good. And then we've still got more construction work going on here, but basically in here is going to be the new electrical room. And then going next door, we're then going into the comms room going forward. So again, all of this is still under construction, which will then just bring forward going forward.
The tiling.
It is the old tiling. Again, that's yet to be ripped out as part of the demolition. But again,
you're going to save the old tiling?
We are not saving the tiling. No. There is some tiling I save, and there is some tiling I will not save.
You've got angry people on YouTube who love tiles right now saying, but you must save the tiling.
I apologise. I'm looking to save lots of other heritage features, but the tiling is not one of the original things from the 1950s, so I am not saving it. So for me, this is going to be the best view. As you basically come off of platform 5 and 6, you're going to have ceiling panels across the top, wall claddles down the side, and then you're going to transition. You can feel the sun coming through now, out to the gate line, and then out into the community, which is going to be fantastic. we've installed previously 124 kilowatts of solar panels up on the roof. So one of the things that we're going to do as part of this is connect that into the main station and hopefully try and get a majority, maybe 50 to 75% of the energy consumption of this station powered by what is on the roof in terms of photovoltaic panels, which will be brilliant. So again, it's about making an old station, refurbishing it, but then bringing it forward leaps and bounds in terms of energy efficiency as well.
But the old marks, that's from a time when, what, the old...
That's the old retail units that we demolished in 2019. So what used to be, depending upon when you came through the station last, was a W.H. Smith's. We then had a gadget store down there, and we had the old station jewellers on the other side. But again, as part of the refurbishment, we're going to be refurbishing the whole of the Terrazzo floor here.
So this will all go?
This will all go. This will all go. It's going to look beautifully smooth. It's going to have a nice terrazzo floor. We've already bought the terrazzo tiles to match into it, so we've gone through that arduous process. So yeah, it's going to look uniform going forward, which will be fantastic.
Ben, in there you mentioned W.H. Smith, so when we get to the platform in a second, I've got a W.H. Smith question for you. Do you know what I'm referring to?
I think I do. I think I do.
Very important.
There will be new departure boards, so again, they will be broadly in the same place, just moved a bit. But there will be more of them, so there should be 8 on both sides. So again, it will be the next 6 stations out, an information board and a summary of departures as well, or special notices board. So again, there's a lot more information going to be given to the public.
Is the lift going to move from being non-paid side to paid side?
That is correct. One of the big challenges that we've had in terms of staffing of the station and for the poor security staff here is a lot of people are using the lift to evade a fare effectively. So what we're doing is we're taking this gate line, bringing it all the way forward as well as moving it slightly more central, which will be perfect. But what that does then is it frees up a big space here to then install the new changing places.
Platform 1 is behind us. Is that still being used for Overground?
It is still being used
trains?
for Overground at the moment on a sporadic basis during engineering works.
Okay.
But more importantly than that,
the building that's there is going to be refurbished into what?
Correct. So the building is being refurbished. So at this end, as you come down the stairs from platform 1 and 2, you're going to be confronted by the new passenger toilet. So that'll be male and female coming forward there. And then the rest of the buildings will basically be divided then into British Transport Police, messing facilities for staff, and a driver mess room as well. So that's how we're refurbishing this to basically free up a lot of space upstairs in the concourse as part of that main refurbishment.
Ben, there's some classic Network South East style signage up there. Are you retaining that?
It is there. It's one of those things that is long overdue for replacement, so it will come down. And what we've been trying to do when we found the old Network South East signs is we've been trying to use them for charity benefit. So again, we've been auctioning or selling them off that way.
Now, are you aware of the old W.H. Smith sign, which is what I alluded to earlier?
I am aware of it.
On one of the kiosks over there. I haven't seen it yet, but there used to be the old classic orange and brown W.H. Smith signage from like the 1980s.
It is there.
40 years old.
I can vouch for the fact that it is still there. The question is what we're going to do with it.
You've got to keep it.
We may not keep it, but we may rescue it. We may preserve it in some way, shape or form.
Give it to the branding museum. They love that kind of
if
stuff.
If the branding museum wants to reach out to us, we will happily give it to them.
Ben,
it's here.
Can you see it?
It's here. You were right.
You've got to save it.
I will do what I can to try and save it.
There's a whole panel of W.H. Smithness up right there.
We'll get to see what happens when we peel back the layers at some point in the future.
There's a lot of love for the kiosks at Barking.
There's a lot of love. During COVID, obviously, we lost the existing tenant. We've got a new one coming in.
Oh, this is hot news off the press.
We will be getting a new tenant back in.
So kiosks are returning to Barking Station
on
both platforms?
On both platforms.
Or just here on 4 and 4? So here we're on 5 and 6?
Yep.
And on 3 and 4 as well?
Correct. They're all coming back.
It does always feel as if the subway at Barking Station is like a little secret underworld. There's no one here.
There's no one here. So
having said that, someone's just about
we found somebody.
Somebody has. But it does appear to be lesser used. Beautiful old yellow tilings, Ben. What's going to happen to the subway at Barking Station?
So the good news for those tiling people watching is the tiles are staying down here. But one of the things we are planning to do down here is to try and actually utilise this space to actually promote community art and community artwork. We're looking to approach local schools to try and bring that dynamic down here because it is a great space. And I think the more people that actually come down here and utilise it and see what we hope will be a great community space going forward will be good.
This allows people to change platforms step-free.
It does.
Obviously. There are lifts in these passageways, but there are these long ramps.
That is correct.
If you've got a buggy or something, okay.
That is correct.
All right. But if you ever want to come to a secret hidden part of Barking Station, come to the subway.
This is it.
This is it.
This is it.
Yeah. Secrets of Barking Station.
front of the station, there's a new architectural lighting scheme going in to basically accentuate the listed structure. And again, as I've alluded to earlier on, it's about changing all of the front facade glazing panels. So everything you see here will be replaced and renewed. So again, we're trying to make the station fit for purpose for hopefully the next 20, 30 years going forward.
So what happened to all the glass panels?
So all the glass panels will be replaced. The doors will be moved to different locations to align to the gate lines. But fundamentally, and I think most importantly, people want to remember that the clock that I've alluded to in the middle of the station is coming back, because I know that is one of the heritage features that the local community do appreciate. And when it stopped working as part of the works, I had more complaints than I could possibly imagine. So again, I just want to reassure people that that is coming back.
Ben, thanks very much. Thanks for showing us around. So this will all be done. You're committing to camera now. This will all be done, refreshed, upgraded, and all new in place by when?
I'm committing to camera for March. The left-hand side of the station will be fully open to the public.
And then the whole thing?
The whole thing will be hopefully April time in terms of getting it all done. I'm going for March because it's the safe date.
Right.
But yeah, we're working really hard. The contractors are on site. Yes, we've stood them down as part and parcel of this interview, which is really important. But again, we are working hard.
Hang on, so the sooner I leave, the sooner
they can get back on site and get going, which is important.
Okay, I've been holding up the works.
All good.
All right, a brand new, refreshed parking station coming soon. Thanks very much.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.